Hello there, and welcome back to this mysqlLib tutorial, and this is part 2. So if you haven't seen the first one where I got a lot of problems, go check that out or just follow along. Do whatever you want. But I'm just gonna jump right into this because there's a lot this library can do when it's done. And you will be amazed by how much we're gonna teach this. And if you don't wanna code it all, I'm gonna provide a download link for it all. But yeah, I'm just gonna rename this. Rename mysqlLib. Ah, thanks. Open this up. Thanks. Delete the test, delete the localhost, and yeah, now we're back on track. But public function fconnect, and this I'm just gonna say name. So yeah, host equal to nothing, data, no, host port equal to not, I'm gonna say 0, host port username nothing, password equal to nothing, and database equal to nothing. And then I'm gonna say r equal to f open. Now file name, this should be equal to this, and password, this should be r, just r, and then we'll say hang on a second, overriding. Now what if I wanted to PHP read file? It's not a lot about it's not a lot about file handling, but forcing a download using read file. I've been looking for this actually. Read file, but reads a file and write it into the output buffer. So if I say read equal to read file, can I just do this? Don't I have to open the file and do a lot of stuff and that kind of crazy things? We're just gonna say lib fconnect localhost, yeah, like that. Probably gonna get a big ol' error. Nope. No. Why did it echo that stuff? Probably because I said I wanted it to do that. But where? Echo. Let's just search for echo. That's the only place we got it, so where the fuck can that come from? If not, read equal to read file, echo read. mysqlib29. The fuck? Didn't think so. php-f open read file. We'll do this then. So only reading. I want to have that, but there is a function called fread, so read equal to fread r and length equal to str string. Can I pet? No. I'm gonna get file size, because each letter is equal to 1 byte. So if I do that, as I do up here, I'm gonna be able to read the whole file. And as you can see, I'm just gonna do an fclose here. Read. No. If I comment that out, you will see that we now have it in the read thing. So we'll do r equal to str. No, we'll do explode. Now delimiter, there will be one of those, and the string will be read. Let's just do echo pre and do print r, and the expression is gonna be r. And you can see we have these things. So now we can do what's the name? I'm gonna add a bit of stuff here. Or die. Error selecting the specified host. Error connecting, should it be? Connecting to the specified. Now here, or die. Error selecting the specified database. Just like that. And down here, I'm gonna say this connect. No? Oh, it's connect. It's supposed to be connect. This connect. Now host is R0. Port. Let's just do this on the connect part. MySQL host. No, we can have it like this, except that we'll do if port is equal to that and its port is not equal to null in a string. So in that way I will be able to say null in a string, and that will work. Now username, what's the username? It's the first one, so R1. Password R2. Database R3. Error selecting a specified database. Why? Well, that database doesn't exist. Let's just connect, and I'm using SQL body. Um, what database was it? Well, the database is right. First, select a specified database. Let's just do this. Let's say database in here. mysqlLib. mysqlLib. So now, no error, and we're good to go with the connections. So yeah, how long? 10 minutes. I'm good. Public function get rows, and in here table. I believe there's a I'm just gonna go into PHP my admin real quick and select like mysqlLib. Let me just create a table in here, like test table, like 3 columns. Number 1 will say ID, number 2 name, fam name, int value 255, primer auto increment, varchar 999999. Not so yeah, I don't care so much about that information, but show rows. No, I can't remember it. MySQL. We'll just do PHP get rows. Not PHP. MySQL query get all rows, maybe. Oh, a bit of Swedish. Get all columns, list fields. Is it that one? List show columns from. I believe that show columns from test table go. It actually worked. I would say r equal to mysql mysql query, but we'll say we'll append the table here, and we'll say for each r equal to mysql fetch array, maybe r echo print r. So let's go up here and add another line. Get rows. I will say test table. Now this returns that. Good. Because I wanna return, just return R, and I'm done. Now that's all good. Next, public function numRows table. And how hard is this one? Return count this get rows table. Hang on. Back. So if I just do numRows instead, we should get 3. Echo 12. What the fuck? Well, if I do echo pre, I'm pretty sure I would get 6 or so, but come on, 12? Echo, no, print R 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Oh yeah. For each array, well, the array is R. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Wide row is equal to mysql query. Now you might think, what is this? Well, I'm gonna make a new variable called return. I'm gonna return the return variable, quite obvious. But here I'm gonna say return and then row name. And that I'm gonna say is equal to row. Now let's see. Undefined variable query. That should be R. Undefined index name. I do not believe the index name is undefined. Row name. Oh, I'll just print this up here. Print R mysql fetch array R. And we can see we get, oh, it's not name, it's field. So that return us 2. Now why is that? If we do this, but I want to have return, we can see, it's 3. Never mind. Now that works. And we can get away of that. And we can see we have 3 rows. And as you just saw, get rows will, yeah, print R. Oops. Yeah, anyway, you just saw it, so you won't need to see it again. If you do, just get back or something. So now let's do a function I love. I always use it. Public function search. Now table column and then value. Oops. Now q equal to mysql query select all from append table where append column on that is equal to value, and append on these. Let's just try and do this. Lib search, now the table, test table, column name, value, let's say Tim, as my name is Tim, and we just go over here, update this side, we will say C here. Let's go into mysqlLib, select that, go insert name, Tim, last name. We'll just do that. No, I should get a pretty big fat error, but I didn't. Which is good. Did expect me getting an error. While row is equal to mysql. Let's do echo row name. I don't get any results. What if I get away with these? I did get that one, which means there should be those in there. Yep. And now let's do return equal to array. I will say return equal to return square brackets equal to row, and down here return. Now what if we do this? I'm just gonna leave my echo pre up here, print r. You can see. Now if we were to get multiple things here, so we'll say name Tim blah, Tim Wayuno. You can see that it will stack on like this. And I'm gonna give it an option in here. Now I will say key plus 1. And let's say that I is equal to 0. No, I is equal to 1. Now let's say if key plus 1 is equal to true. If that is equal to true, then that we'll do that, and in here we'll say I, and then I plus plus. What this will do, I'll just set the default equal to false. But if you can see here, first one is 0, 1, 2, but I actually had 3 results. But if I say true there, it will say it will begin at 1, 2, 3. So just a neat little feature, and not that hard to code in. Now I believe the hardest one to make is create table, and this is, we're gonna make a new class down here, public class table. I believe it's like that. Oh no. Why is there an error? Syntax, exit, identifier, blah blah blah. Huh? We're gonna make insert first. We're gonna say table values. And we're gonna say a suck equal to false. And I'll say if no, we'll just do this. I'm gonna go here and insert one thing as we get the code for insertion, and it's foolproof. Tim blah, and we'll copy this. We'll say mysql query. And now we're gonna bind some of these values in. And first of all, if a suck is equal to false. Now calls equal to this get rows table. We'll just try print our calls. Now let's try the insert thing. Lib insert. Now table test table values array test. Now we'll do that, and we'll say that we quickly have these. But yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. So yeah, now we'll say q is equal to that query, and I'm just gonna press home and backspace all the way up here and insert into, and I'm gonna say no, actually I'm gonna cut this down here, and this will be in here into like that table and another dot, and here we'll say for each array, which should be calls. Now insert columns equal to array, no, equal to just like that. I will say insert columns dot equal to, it's gonna be like that, append key, and now append that space comma. That's all we're gonna append, and then I'm gonna say echo insert columns, and we can see that we have that. Now let's try str. I know there's a string function with two str, it's not trim, with two things to remove a Ah, shit, this same. PHP remove last letter of string. What's that fucking function? It's str sub str replace, is it? Sub str. Let's see, mixed length option. I believe sub is string. Insert columns. What if I did do that? But insert columns equal to a sub str insert columns. I do not believe that is what I should have, but I should be able to do. But if I do 3 here, you will see that this character will disappear. Yep. So 2 would remove, as we have a spacing and that one after the thing down here, we want to remove that, as we're gonna insert it into here. I will say that insert columns. Now values should be listed almost at the same thing. Oops, did not mean to do that. Just gonna comment this out. Get the rows to handle them for insertion into the query. Handle rows. Just gonna copy this down, and I'm gonna change this to columns. Oops. Handle columns. Handle values. So insert values. We will say values. Oops. And values. Insert. Oops. Insert values. And this is becoming quite a long part, but we're getting the insert function half done, so that's good. But insert values shouldn't be key over here, should be value, and these should be like those, and it shouldn't be codes, it should be values. Now let's do print. No, don't need to do print r. Let's just echo insert values. Undefined variable. Ah, big V. And no, what the fuck? Now the value insert values. Ah, that's better. As we just did here, we're gonna say insert. We'll say the first thing we're gonna insert is 10. No, the first thing is gonna be null. and I'm just gonna copy this down and say Tim, and then like tra. If we do that, we will see no change because I didn't change this. Insert. There you can see. So we know that is working, but we do not want it to look like that. We will say that if value is equal to, hang on, str, no str2 no, there should be a PHP str2 lower, and no str2 lower, it's just one fucking word, 2 lower, and the string should be value. If that is equal to null, then we'll do this. Null. Because you see that? Yep, that's the reason. So now there should be change in here. Just as I wanted it to be. So if we did this now, and we'll say insert values, I will just echo Q. Insert into test table, as we said, with the table rows is ID, name, and family name. So ID should be null because that's auto increment. Next thing is Tim, and then tra-la-la-la. So if we say mysql query Q, you see no error. If we go into SQL body, click browse, and you can see it's inserted. So quite a long part, but what you're gonna do, we're gonna make one last change tomorrow because I need to go to sleep. But yeah, we're gonna make one last change tomorrow to this function, and then begin at the associative function. We will be able to say like, I want ID to be that, and I want name to be that, and I want the fam name to be that, and yeah, you get it. You won't be able to have it in position or something like that. But that's tomorrow. But for now, see you later.